So real quickly, we're going to show you how to plug everything in. And this is the power cord that goes from the underside of the control box, and it follows itself down to the big black box. And that one goes straight into the wall outlet. And then when we plug that in, it just mates onto the one receptacle. You can't get it wrong. When it comes time to pulling it off, you're going to be pulling down on this plastic piece right here. There's an upper one and a lower one. So just pull down on it, and there's actually a little diagram right there that shows you with two arrows. So you're just going to grab it and tug, and it's going to come right out. Your audio cable, there's two of them. There's a longer 15-foot and then a shorter 6-foot, or a 3-foot rather. So you just plug that into the spot that says music in up here. And if you had the need to charge something, like your music player or even your phone, you can plug that into the accessory port. It says 5-volt auxiliary, and then charge something there. If you want to do that. And here is the light bar. Snaps in. This says push. To get this out, you have to push and pull it out. And then this would be the right-angled thing that comes off the massage table, and that's to power the transducers, those two frisbee-looking things. Some of them look like bricks, those look like frisbees. So you're going to put it in at an angle. Push, turn. Heard it snap. To get it off, pull back on this silver thing, turn, pull out. So that locks in place. And then there's one final element. Headphones. Plug the headphones in and you are in business. So that's everything that needs to be plugged in. The FIO would obviously get plugged into the cord that says music in up here. Here is the volume knob for the headphones and the headphones only. If you want to adjust the volume overall first, use your music player. Adjust the overall volume of the transducers and then adjust the headphone volume. The headphone volume, sometimes when people are on the beds, mistaken the vibrations for the headphones as being too loud. So, you need to understand, let them understand that the vibrations are very different from the headphones. If it feels too loud, then that is the transducers, so the overall volume needs to come down a bit. And generally, for most of the setups, it's around 50% on the FIO for volume. SD card, that's a standard card that's used in computers and older model cameras. And this one says lights all in one, and that's because it does forward and backward. And on the front of the system, we have UV, lights, power. Reset is for the lights. And then we have the frequency generator in this area. So we would have the ability to move the cursor back and forth up here. The function to move it up and down. So there's going to be two lines, moving it on the top line or the bottom. And then OK is to set certain parameters like memory, to recall the memory, or to set the memory. So the initial power up. We have two lights down here which are telling us that the internal power supplies are good, 5 volts and 12 volts. If there's no SD card in the unit, then you would have the error code flash. We could put the SD card back in, hit reset, and then it turns it back on. So we have the lights on right now. And now we have the UV on. We have positive, negative, program and set. So what this does is when I push program, I'm going to put it on something that is easier for the camera to see. So now the lights are going through a system of flashes. When I push the plus, they're going to get faster. When I push the negative repeatedly, they're going to slow down. So that's all it's doing, is telling it to go faster or slower. So we leave it up to the user to see what's good.